Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Enchanted Epoch. It was a quaint town nestled between rolling hills and thick woods, seemingly untouched by the hands of time. Yet, within the embrace of its picturesque charm, an eerie secret festered, a temporal anomaly that would shatter the illusion of tranquility. The townspeople went about their daily lives, unaware that the Enchanted Epoch had dawned upon them. The first hints of the anomaly manifested as subtle glitches, moments of déjà vu that brushed against the consciousness of the inhabitants. A shopkeeper felt a shiver down his spine as he handed over the same change to a customer for the umpteenth time. A child, playing in the town square, experienced the uncanny sensation of reliving a moment that had just passed. As the glitches intensified, a group of individuals found themselves entwined in a loop, their lives unraveling like a sinister tapestry. Among them was Emma, a librarian with an uncanny ability to recall fragments of each iteration. She gathered fellow survivors: James, a mechanic; Sarah, a nurse; and David, a history professor. Together, they embarked on a journey to uncover the source of the temporal anomaly and break free from the clutches of the Enchanted Epoch. The town's clock tower stood as a silent sentinel, its hands frozen in perpetual midnight. The group, guided by the whispers of déjà vu, ventured into the heart of the woods where an ancient, dilapidated mansion stood, seemingly untouched by the passage of time. The mansion bore the scars of countless loops, its walls echoing with the tortured whispers of trapped souls. As they explored the mansion, the survivors discovered an ancient tome hidden in a secret chamber. Its pages spoke of an otherworldly entity, a being that had been awakened by a forbidden ritual, inadvertently tethering the town to a loop in time. The survivors realized that they had become mere puppets in the hands of this malevolent force, forced to dance to the rhythm of its insidious symphony. With each loop, the entity fed on the despair and horror it instilled in the townspeople. The survivors understood that breaking free from the Enchanted Epoch required confronting the entity and severing the ties that bound them to its nightmarish dance. Armed with newfound knowledge, the group delved deeper into the mansion, facing horrors beyond mortal comprehension. The walls seemed to bleed memories, and the air pulsed with an otherworldly energy. They reached the heart of the mansion, where a portal to the entity's realm awaited them. As they stepped through the portal, reality twisted and contorted around them. The survivors found themselves in a nightmarish dimension, a surreal landscape of shifting shadows and distorted time. The entity, a grotesque amalgamation of malevolence, awaited them, its form ever-changing and nightmarish. The survivors fought against the entity's relentless onslaught, battling through the warped reality that sought to devour them. Emma, drawing on the fragments of memories from the countless loops, deciphered a ritual to banish the entity back to its dimension. As the survivors chanted the ancient incantation, the mansion quaked, and the entity writhed in agony. Time itself seemed to rebel against the intrusion, resisting the banishment. The survivors held steadfast, their willpower fueled by the desperate desire to escape the clutches of the Enchanted Epoch. In a blinding flash, the entity was cast back into its dimension, and the survivors found themselves back in the small town. The clock tower's hands began to move once more, breaking free from the midnight stasis. The temporal anomaly shattered, and the loop was broken. The survivors, forever changed by their ordeal, watched as the town resumed its normal rhythm. The memories of the Enchanted Epoch lingered like a haunting melody, a testament to the horrors they had faced. As they parted ways, each survivor carried the weight of the experience, knowing that the town's idyllic facade masked a darkness that could awaken again if forgotten. Years passed, and the survivors tried to move on with their lives, but the shadows of the Enchanted Epoch lingered in their minds. The once quaint town bore the scars of the temporal anomaly, its residents forever changed by the horrors they had endured. A collective unease settled over the community, as if the town itself had become a living entity, still haunted by the echoes of the malevolent force that had once ensnared it. One by one, the survivors began to experience unsettling phenomena, subtle reminders that the Enchanted Epoch's influence had not been completely eradicated. James, now a family man with children of his own, heard the distant chimes of the clock tower in the dead of night, even though the town's timepiece had long been silenced. Sarah, working late at the hospital, glimpsed distorted reflections in the mirrors, glimpses of a nightmarish dimension she thought she had left behind. Emma, now the town's librarian, found herself drawn to the ancient tome that had guided them through the darkness. The pages whispered forgotten secrets, revealing that the entity they banished had not been destroyed, but merely imprisoned in the shadows, waiting for an opportunity to return. David, the history professor, became obsessed with uncovering the town's dark past. He unearthed forgotten legends and arcane rituals, realizing that the Enchanted Epoch had been a mere symptom of a deeper, malevolent force that had haunted the town for centuries. As the survivors reunited, compelled by an unseen force that drew them back together, they uncovered a grim truth: the entity was stirring once more, its power growing with each passing day. The temporal fabric that held the town together began to fray, and déjà vu became a daily torment for the inhabitants. Determined to prevent the return of the Enchanted Epoch, the survivors delved into the heart of the town's secrets. They discovered a hidden chamber beneath the mansion, a place untouched by time, where the entity's influence had festered for centuries. There, in the deepest recesses of the town's history, they found a gateway to the malevolent dimension. Armed with the knowledge of ancient rituals and the resilience spawned from their previous ordeal, the survivors prepared to face the entity once more. The town itself seemed to resist their efforts, its streets twisting and warping to impede their progress. Yet, driven by a shared determination, they pressed on. Final confrontation unfolded in the shadowy realm between dimensions. The entity, more grotesque and formidable than before, awaited them. The survivors, bound by the threads of their shared past, stood united against the encroaching darkness. As they performed the ancient ritual, the very fabric of reality quivered. The entity fought back with a ferocity that threatened to overwhelm them. Memories of the Enchanted Epoch flashed before their eyes, each loop a testament to the relentless nature of the malevolent force. In a climactic struggle, the survivors banished the entity once and for all. The shadowy realm recoiled, and the town returned to normalcy. The clock tower chimed in triumphant harmony, and the echoes of déjà vu ceased to torment the inhabitants. The survivors, weary but victorious, looked upon their transformed town. The scars of the Enchanted Epoch were gradually healing, and the residents seemed blissfully unaware of the horrors that had transpired. As the survivors parted ways, they shared a silent acknowledgment, a shared understanding that the town's history, though stained, could now be rewritten. Yet, as they left, a single question lingered in the air. Was the entity truly vanquished, or did it lie dormant, waiting for another opportunity to plunge the town into the depths of the Enchanted Epoch once more? Only time would tell, and the survivors carried the weight of that uncertainty with them, a haunting reminder that some horrors never truly die. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had or have a great day.